Hey Gina, how you doing? How you been? What's up, Virgo? How are you? Kind of tired? Yeah, join the club. I'm super tired right now, and I should go to bed. But last night I had a long night. My dog had diarrhea issues, and she woke me up 3 times, and it pissed me off. She was going crazy. I mean, it's not our fault, but I wanted to kill her. I was so mad. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And it had to be on daylight saving time. You know, I'm not gaining an hour, I'm losing an hour. Then on top of that, I lost pure sleep. But she's been able to sleep, no problem, not me. I just took her outside just now before I came on. And she didn't pee or do anything, so I guess she must be all right now. Yeah, my sister was like, "Don't be so hard on this poor thing. She's not our fault." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. Well, next time I'll call you and wake you up out of your sleep so you can deal with it." I couldn't believe it. I was so mad. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." It does. It does. It don't. It's like this is probably the first time in the year and a half that she's been living inside with me. This is probably like the first time it's been that bad. I mean, she's woken me up like before, and she wanted to go outside because she had to go pee or something like that, or take a shit or whatever. But last night was ridiculous. It was like every 2 hours. And then once 8:30 came around, I was like, fuck you, you're gonna stay outside. And my sister said she slept all day today. She hasn't moved from her bed. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But guess what, Mark? Mark didn't sleep all damn day. But yeah, that's been my last 24 hours. Has been annoying. Very annoying. But I know it's not her fault. She's a dog. So it's not like she can just go to the toilet and not bother me because she's inside. She's got to go. One thing about her, she won't crap or piss inside. She never has. She's never done anything inside. She's threw up inside, but she's never took a shit or pissed in here ever, which is great. I rather her wake me up and say let's go outside than do it in my apartment. I'll be pissed. Hey, what's up, Lorraine? You all right? Yeah, but she's okay now. She's in the background now. Well, you can't see her. She's behind my chair. But she's okay. Yeah, it was good. Tired, but I'm here. I'm here. So hopefully she doesn't bother me tonight and aggravate me. What was for dinner? I had chicken parmesan in the oven with tortellini, sweet potato, broccoli, and pancetta. I think I said all of those things right. My sister actually made dinner tonight. She did. She did a pretty good job. My sister treated me to dinner tonight. She made all the food. And I was like, about time you cook for me. Yeah, it is good. It was good. I was gonna take a picture, but I totally got sidetracked talking to my nephews and stuff. So, but it was delicious. She did a good job. She's getting better. She's not like me, but she's getting better. So yeah, it was good. It was really good. At lunch, I had pork tenderloin and mac and cheese and cabbage. Yeah, I like watching all that stuff too. I always like watching new people cook food and stuff like that and doing new recipes and all that. A couple years ago, I learned how to do adobo chicken and adobo pork. I had some of my Filipino and Asian friends show me how to do it, and I haven't done it in a while. But I think that's on the menu this week at some point in time. I think I might do some thighs, some chicken thighs, in adobo spice and pork. It's the adobo way. It's pretty good. Oh, nice. That sounds good. I haven't had shrimp in a while. I have a bag of shrimp next door in the freezer, but I don't know how long that shit's like, it doesn't have a date on it. It doesn't have an expiry date on it. Yeah, I mean, it's all in your mind, Lorraine. It's all in your mind. That's all it is. It's all in your mind. If you don't want to do something, you don't do it, and you just forget about it. Sometimes I'll pick up something at the grocery store, and I'm like, you know what? I'm putting this back. I don't need this shit. Or I'll be like, nope, I don't need that. Nope, I don't need that either. I just start telling myself that, nope, not today. So I've been eating good. I haven't like ate a whole pot of chocolates or cookies or cakes. Today I had a piece of pie, lemon meringue pie my mom made for dessert. But see, I didn't eat breakfast. I only ate lunch and dinner, and no, just a piece of lemon meringue pie. That's it. So I'm doing pretty good. I didn't have no like chocolates, no cookies, no none of that shit today. No. Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it to your cheat day. That's on your cheat day. Have both. Well, before you do your cheat day, during your cheat day, you should also walk half an hour, 45 minutes, or work out. Yeah, why not? Yesterday was my cheat day, and I regretted it because my whole body was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I actually felt like crap afterwards. I had like a little bit of indigestion. I had some indigestion and stuff yesterday. I had to take a Tums before I went to sleep. So it wasn't I got to stay away from all that shit. As I've gotten older, I realized that I can't eat certain things because it'll give me heartburn and indigestion. If I stay away from it, then I don't have to worry about it. And today I didn't drink much water, which I was kind of mad at myself because I was so tired. I needed coffee. I didn't need water. I needed coffee. So I had like 3 cups of coffee today, which I shouldn't have. But because my damn dog woke me up 3 times during the night, it pissed me off. So I didn't need water. I needed coffee to stay awake. And then now I'm drinking water. Fuck, man. I'm so pissed off. Can't believe that happened last night. That was just like totally caught me off guard. No, I don't go to no gym. I walk outside for half an hour or hour, yeah. I always walk outside. I mean, I have a little mini gym next door, but we're not using it right now because that dickhead's over there. He's pretty much like, living above the garage, so we don't go work out anymore. We have a treadmill, a bike, a boxing bag, weights. We have that bowl, the exercise bowl. We have everything over there, but we can't use it right now because of that idiot's over there. So he's fucking up the program, unfortunately. But hopefully he's leaving soon. My sister's gonna strike a deal with him the next meeting and say, look, go get an apartment, get the fuck out of here, and we'll sort the house out afterwards. Just go away. So hopefully that happens and we can start working out. But I usually go for when I lost all the weight, I went to a park area, like a soccer field, and I walked around the field like tons of times. At least like maybe 8 times, maybe more, to make up the half an hour, 35, 40 minutes. But on the treadmill, it's nice because it tells you how much calories you're burning, like type of thing. I mean, I don't know if that shit's accurate, but it worked for me. But being home in your own little gym, in your own little garage treadmill is nice. I was gonna actually put the treadmill over here. I was gonna clear out all my hats right there and put the treadmill right there and start working out on the treadmill. But I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for now. Yeah, my sister has one, and she's like, "Oh, I got to 1,000 steps. Oh my god!" Uh, hey, Becca, what's up, sweetie? Yeah, I actually want to get a new treadmill. I don't like the one we have. It makes all this fucking noise and shit. I was actually gonna buy like an exercise bike as well, but I don't really like exercise bikes. I like to stand up and walk. I feel like that's like a better thing because that's how I lost all the weight in the beginning. Yeah, I know. See, well, the thing is, when you go, when the treadmill gets old, it squeaks, and that treadmill is like maybe I don't know, 8 years old. Yeah, I don't really like all those type of things. I like a treadmill because treadmill I can walk, listen to my music, and like just pace myself, and I can incline the. I have one that inclines like a little bit, so you're going up like a little hill. So I do it every now and then and stuff. But it's making a lot of squeaky noise. I gotta get somebody to like I gotta go online and see how you service it or see how you like you make it like better or whatever. So I'm gonna go on once I get over there and I deal with it, I'm gonna go on YouTube and see how to like fix it or see how to make it better. Or I might just get a whole new one and just put it in here and say fuck it. I don't know what I want to do yet. I really don't want to put a treadmill in here because my apartment's not that big. And if I put it in here, like it's gonna take up a lot of my room, and I don't really want that. I like my space the way it is. But you can get ones that fold down or fold up in some way, like so it doesn't take up that much room. So I'm thinking about doing it. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But I like walking outside, though. I like walking out in nature and walking around a field and shit for a couple times and listening to my music and stuff like that. I don't know. I need to sort out everything else first, like I said earlier. I need to sort out family life and the divorce. And then once I get like unstressed a bit about everything, I can go ahead and work on myself. That's the only way I'm going to be like doing it steady because I want to do it every single day until I reach my goal. Yeah, my sister has one of those things. I don't really care for those things too much. I have my little iPod and it's old now, but I don't care. I still got all my music on it. And like I could hook up my phone to the speakers of the because the treadmill we have next door has got speakers. You could hook up the iPod to it, your phone, everything. So but see when I go over there, when this idiot leaves, I'm gonna actually put a stereo system, like a stereo in there, like hook up like some nice surround sound shit, have like the music blaring and vibing and getting myself in the groove. And it needs to be like repainted in there and redone and all cleaned up nice so the air is nice and fresh and everything's nice and cool. I need to like completely redo that whole area there so it feels like you're working out for a purpose. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna start going for walks, and the weather's been so shitty that it doesn't make sense. And I hate walking through grass when it's all wet because then my sneakers get all wet, then my socks, then my feet, and then I'm gonna end up catching a cold. I know I feel like I'm making excuses, but I'm not because I already been through all that shit already, and I hate it. Like summertime is nice because you can go sweat your ass off. You ain't gotta worry about the weather like raining and shit. You're like all pumped up, nice day. So soon come. In the meantime, I'm just gonna like work on myself mentally and get myself prepared and eat a little better. So that way definitely gonna work. Yeah, I love chocolate covered almonds, like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate's apparently really good for you, so I eat dark chocolate majority of the time. I can't handle no Reese's. Hell no. If I eat Reese's Pieces like that, that peanut butter goes right through me. No, no, no. I love Reese's Pieces, but I'm not really gonna go eat one. I haven't eaten one in a while. My favorite chocolate is Whisper and Cadbury's. I like chocolates with like whole nuts in it or something like that. I like Reese's Pieces too, but I stay away from that. I can't handle all of that stuff. I like ice cream a lot though. I love ice cream, but I stay away from that as well. I had ice cream on Thursday night, I think, with my nephews. I had 2 scoops of Cookie Monster ice cream, and that was it. I haven't weighed myself in about 3 days either. Like I'm trying to like stay away from going on there every day and trying to see if I lose every little damn weight. Like I just like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna like wait for 3 days and then weigh myself. Another 3 days, then I'll weigh myself. Yeah, cookies and cream is one of my favorites. Like Cookie Monster ice cream, we have it here. It's like it's got Oreo. It's blue and it's got like Oreo cookies and like cookie dough pieces in it, and it's the bomb. It tastes so good. I like mint chip. I like pistachio ice cream, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. I like pineapple sherbet. Like I like all that type of stuff. I like all sorts of ice creams. But my favorite is walnut brownie ice cream, cookies and cream, and Cookie Monster ice cream. Those are my 3 favorites. And I would say for a tight third would be pistachio. I like pistachio ice cream. Yeah, I used to eat. That's how I lost weight. Yeah. I used to eat vanilla almond special K cereal with skim milk for lunch. And that was exactly 200 calories or 100 and something calories. I used to put it at 200 calories with the milk, right? And I used to go in the treadmill and do the 300 calories, and I used to get rid of that lunch meal, which was the cornflakes. But apparently, cereal is very bad for you, and I don't eat it no more. But it didn't do anything to me back in the day. I don't know. I just think that these people are putting things in my brain. There's a guy on TikTok, and he goes like through the cereal aisle, and he's like, "This is the worst things that you can eat. Is this shit?" I kind of believe him, but I don't know. What is good for you these days? You know, like what the fuck? Yeah, I like all that type of stuff. Virgo, you want a message? But I don't know. I wanted to eat the cereal again because I really love the almond cereal and stuff. Yeah, I used to eat all that stuff too. I used to eat like the nice healthy cereals. I can't remember what the one I used to eat. It was organic. It was some organic shit. Even that all that organic shit, I don't believe in all that crap. Like that shit is just bullshit to me. Because like I used to eat Cocoa Puffs and fucking puff cereal. I used to eat fucking Raisin Bran, Kellogg's cornflakes, shredded mini wheats. I'm still living. My mom's ate Raisin Bran all her life and she's almost 80. So ain't nothing happened to her. Like she ain't died from no fucking cereal overdose. So it's kind of like it irritates me, man, because sometimes I think they say the things that are bad for you are really good for you and they don't want you to eat them. You know what I'm saying? Like that pisses me off. So I try not to believe it, right? I try not to believe all that shit, but sometimes, like, it kind of fucks with my brain a bit. What's your sign? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It does change your body. Yeah. Oh hell no, I can't eat. I don't like orange juice that much. I love milk. I can drink milk all the time. I have to have milk every day. Almond milk, I haven't. I tried it once and I hated it. I thought it tastes like shit. I thought it tastes fake to me. See, I drink lactose milk, and I kind of think that that milk is a problem too. I rather just drink whole milk. It's actually annoying because I don't know. It just it sometimes it doesn't make sense to me. Like I have to eat cheese. Like I eat cheese all the time, every day almost. And I shouldn't be eating all that dairy shit, but I just can't get away from it. It's too good. I eat eggs every day. Today I didn't, but I usually eat in the morning. I'll eat 2 eggs with cheese on a croissant, or sometimes I'll eat it in a bagel, or sometimes I'll just eat an omelet with ham and cheese, or I'll eat one of those breakfast sandwiches that come in a box with biscuit, sausage, egg, and cheese. If I just want something like regular, and I used to, and sometimes like I don't really like eating bread too much, but like lately I want like a sandwich, like an egg, bacon, and cheese sandwich, or egg, sausage, and cheese. I got turkey sausages now. Like I've been trying different things. Sometimes I get turkey bacon, sometimes I get pork bacon. Sometimes I have 1 egg, sometimes I have 2 eggs, sometimes I'll eat an omelet. I'll put mushrooms and ham in there or something like that, or peppers and whatever. Like, and sometimes I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what the fuck to eat anymore. It just doesn't. It just now annoys me. You know. Let me tell you, the best breakfast sandwich I've ever eaten in my life is Dunkin' Donuts egg, sausage, cheese on a croissant, and that is the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had in my life. And the Jimmy Dean's one that come in the red box that's frozen, you put it in the microwave, you defrost it, and then you heat it up. The sandwich is actually really good. It's nice. It tastes really good, and I know it's microwaved, and that's bad for you too. But those things don't affect me. Like it doesn't mess up my stomach, so I eat it. And I know it's processed food in a way, but you know what? Like my granny lived to see 94, and she ate all that trash too. Like so like I don't know. It's just bullshit to me. Like, have you ever tried IHOP in your life? Oh yeah, hell yeah. When I went to Atlanta, I used to go to IHOP every single time. We used to go there late at night when we were high as fuck. We used to go eat pancakes, eggs, and bacon. When we were high, like nighttime, we would go there for dinner, eat breakfast for dinner. That's when I was like in my 20s. As soon as I reached 21, I can drive out there, right? Like, and I as soon as I started driving, we guys were like, we had a map, because back in those days we didn't have GPS and all that shit. Well, we probably did, but we couldn't afford it. So we guys had a map. We'd be like, yeah, go on I-85, go west this way. It's an IHOP right here. All right, cool. So we find the IHOP, and we like write down the exits and shit. And we guys would go eat that stuff. I've been to IHOP plenty of times. ATL. Yeah, those pancakes are delicious. I don't really eat pancakes like that, because like sometimes the pancake mix, when you transfer from the box to like a mason jar or something like that, that's what I do. And like if it's there for like a week or two, like it starts to develop like bugs and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where the hell did these bugs come from if this shit's in a mason jar? That shit don't make no sense. And I'm like, fuck this. I ain't eating no pancakes no more. That happened to me the other day. I was like, what the fuck's in this? How the fuck did these things get in the mason jar? It's almost like that pancake mix makes bugs. So I stopped eating pancakes because of that shit. It actually was pretty annoying. I couldn't believe it. It's not funny. I don't like that shit. I can't handle. That's another, and Lorraine, that's another reason why I stopped eating cereal. Because sometimes I would open up a cereal box and fucking moths will fly out of it. I can't handle that, man. That turns me off from eating box things. Box shit, I don't really like. I got a thing against that. And I know like it doesn't come like that, and it's probably in the warehouse, and the bugs fly in there and whatever. But it has to be my motherfucking box that I buy, right? Like really? I don't like that, man. That shit pisses me off. When I see bugs in food and bugs in boxes and shit, I don't like that. And my sister owns a grocery store, like a part owner, and she tells me like, that shit comes from the warehouse because it's just the way it is. They get in there somehow, and then when you're unfortunate to, to get one. I took one back one time and showed the manager. I'm like, look, all these fucking bugs in here. And he's like, okay, we'll just get another one. And I got another one and it was perfectly fine. That happened to me at least 5 or 6 times. And I was like, yep, it's time for me to stop. I'll be eating this cereal. I'm like, fuck, man, I wonder if there's like a moth in here, man. Fuck. I used to get mad, yo. Even the pancakes the other day. All these fucking black bugs in there. I'm like, what the fuck's in these things? I was like, what? My pancakes? I was firm for some pancakes. I was like, yeah, I need some pancakes. I undid the lid and these black bugs were all in there. I was like, thank God I put my glasses on. I wouldn't have seen them bitches. I would have ate that shit. By the time you put the syrup on there, I would have had bug pancakes. Ugh. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's happened a few times where it pisses me off. Becca, you want a message? All right, Virgo, your card is the truth has set me free. And it says, lies no longer rule my world. I see the truth and follow the truth by following my own heart. Yeah, you and your damn pizza and your oat pancakes. Ugh. My nephew is like waffles. We have a waffle maker. Sometimes we make waffles. Sometimes when they're in the mood, they'll eat pancakes and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'll try it. I'll try that stuff, but it's all good. When I eat pancakes, I don't even like putting a lot of syrup on it or anything like that. I like eating the pancakes just like it is. I don't really like all that caking it with syrup and all that. I don't really like that. That's disgusting. Nah, I don't put a lot of syrup. I just put a little bit on there. I don't like sit there and go make like a fucking design on my pancake. I don't do that shit. I can pull the pretty rose cards for you if you want. I'll do whatever you want. I gotta watch how I say that. You might like it. Blue agave syrup is honey. Nah. I eat Aunt Jemima. I eat Aunt Jemima pancakes and Aunt Jemima syrup. And I'll never eat nothing else. Now it's not Aunt Jemima no more. It's some other bullshit label because it was racism bullshit. I was like, I don't fucking care. That's Aunt Jemima. Don't diss. You dissing my Aunt Jemima. No, you won't. All right, back up. Let's see. I know. Daddy Marky will give you what you want. I'm trying not to think about it, but something bad happened today. And I'm kind of sad deep down inside, but I'm kind of like not trying to dwell on it too much. But I weren't even going to come on tonight, but you know, I don't look at death as a bad thing. Sometimes I look at it as, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, one of my friends killed themselves, unfortunately. They hung themselves. His wife found him in the basement, dead. He hung himself. And I just saw him 2 days ago. And when my sister came in here and told me, I was like, you're joking, right? Like, don't fuck around. I was like, I told you, I just saw him 2 days ago in the car. I was like, what the fuck would he kill himself? That don't make no sense. I said, you sure it's him? And she's like, look, I heard it from already, 2 people already. And my brother confirmed. It's somebody that me and my brother, we were very close to him when we were young. We went to school together. He's 55. He's 9 years older than me. He just went 55. He's a Pisces. His birthday was on March 2nd. And honestly, that was the last person I would think that would hang themselves and kill themselves. Honest to God, I would never even imagine that person would do that. And I just saw him in the car 2 days ago. Friday afternoon, I saw him in the car and he killed himself last night. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way he would hang himself. No way. He's got a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful daughters that just came out of college. One's a pharmacist and one's, I think, a teacher or something. I don't know any details yet because I'm still in shock. I still don't believe it, to be honest. Because I just saw the guy like 2 days ago. And my brother said that he saw him on Tuesday at the grocery store. I mean, he had some health issues, but like not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope to God that his wife didn't cheat on him or something like that. I don't even want to think about that. But if his wife cheated on him and he found out, he's the type of guy, he'll probably kill himself. Like, you know, or he did. But it weren't to do with money, because he had money. He had a big ass house. He had everything. He had a business. We guys worked together. And my dad worked for his dad for 30 years. I've known him my whole life. And like I said, I literally saw him 48 hours ago. And I still can't, it hasn't registered yet. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. He doesn't look depressed. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I have to find out the full story. But man, I'm still in shock, to be honest. I really am. You know what I hate is, I hate the fact that, you know, people take their lives. I don't like that. That's something I'm like really, really against. And as a medium, it hurts to see people show me like that they took their life. I kind of want to cut the mediumship off, like sometimes, because I'm against that shit 100%. But you never know what goes through people's minds, so I'm not judging nobody that's killing themselves, like, you know, to a certain extent. But I don't know. Becca, let me get you your message and I'll talk more about this. Becca, you got chemistry. Somebody you have chemistry with. Somebody you may rekindle with. But right now, you're drowning in your sorrows. You're like, nope, I'm not going there. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not going to rekindle, and I'm not going to have chemistry with this person, because I'll probably be drowning in my sorrows. Taking the person back. And on the bottom, it says new beginning. So don't worry about the past. Let's have the new beginning. Well, it was somebody who used to have chemistry. Hey Tristan, how you doing? I don't know, Lorraine. I don't know if he was secretly depressed. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know the full story, so I can't really like, make a judgment. But see, his wife used to be really big, and then she lost a lot of weight. And she works at a grocery store in the public. So the only thing I can think of, which I shouldn't be that way, but the only thing I can think of is, she probably cheated on him and he found out, or maybe she wanted a divorce and he didn't take it well and he killed himself. Hey Cindy, how are you, sweetheart? How you been? How you recovering? Good. So that was the worst news I could possibly get today, and I was right here and watching the game with my dad. I literally just logged off and told you guys I was gonna pick up my dad and watch the game. So it was like maybe my dad was here probably for an hour. My sister came in all flustered, and she's like, "Guess what? So and so took their life, and they're apparently they committed suicide." And I'm like, "No way! You gotta be fucking kidding me!" And I was like, "No way!" And I was like, "That can't be true," because I just saw him. We just talked about him. So I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Is that maybe she says, "Hey, I want a divorce," or she was with some other dude. But I don't know. I can't make this. I mean, it's just speculation. I don't know. I'm gonna get the full story eventually. But it's really sad. 55 years old. 55 years old. And I've known him my whole life. I just dealt with him. Like me, I saw him at the grocery store a month ago. And I walked up to him. I was like, "Yo, bro, what's up, man? How you doing?" He goes, "Yeah, I haven't forgot you, Mark. I'm gonna deliver those stones to your job and blah blah blah." I was like, "All right, bro. Cool, no problem, man." And then 2 days ago I saw him in a car. Because he lives like right next, he lives like a couple minutes away from me. It just hasn't registered yet to me. Like I still can't believe it. Like I refuse to believe it, to be honest. It's like I know it's true, but I refuse to believe it deep down inside. I'm sure I'll connect with him in spirit. Um, he was one of my brother's best friends. Yeah, Cindy, I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that, Tristan. It's I don't know. I think that people should get help. I don't believe in taking your life. That's like one of the worst sins in the world, man. Doing mediumship, and when I see people who take their lives, I don't like that. Like it doesn't register with me very well. I don't like that. But I mean, like, I don't judge them because I know that, people go through it. Not everybody's mentally stable. Not everybody is going through, you know, like you said, Tristan, he may have been struggling for a long time and he hit it. And then he finally said, fuck it. I don't either, Rebecca, but the thing is, I can't talk like that because I don't know. I've never really been to a depressed state of mind where I would do that. I would try and get help before I take my life. Hell no. I wouldn't even. I don't even think about taking my life because. But see, I can't. It's hard for me to say that because I haven't been through any, major issues like that in my life that I consider major enough to kill myself. Like, I don't really. It's something that I can't fathom doing. I just don't see it happening. I rather suffer than take my own life. I don't have the balls to do that. Yeah, exactly, Cindy, it's sad. But I just I about 20 years ago, my cousin and one of my best friends, him and I don't really speak anymore. Um, because he's embarrassed to talk to me because I know all his life. And I never really cut him off. He cut me off because he's embarrassed, you know. He almost took his life. I saved him from taking his life. He called me one day and said, "Look, man, I'm gonna kill myself. I can't take it anymore. You know, I get, you know, I have a hard life. You know, no woman wants me." I mean, I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro? You're gonna kill yourself because of a woman? Are you fucking crazy? You know, many women out there, bro." And he's like, "Yo, I want her," and I'm like, "Yo, bro, no, 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 no." He said, "Where you at, man? I'm coming, come see you. We guys will talk. Don't fucking kill yourself. Stay on the phone." And I met up with him and he had a knife. He was gonna kill himself. And I was like, "No, bro, you can't do that shit." I took the knife from him. I said, "Don't you ever think about killing yourself ever again, bro. No woman's worth that. Nobody's worth that." And I was like, "Every time you think about killing yourself, call me, man. Don't fucking do this shit." You know, he hurt my heart, man. He was really gonna kill himself. And I was his last resort because I was his best friend, you know, at the time. And then he ended up finding a woman and then cutting everybody off. And he's still with the woman till today. And when he sees me, he just nods his head and goes like that because he's still, you know, embarrassed, you know. But I saved him that night, and thank God he never tried it again, you know. But it's fucked up, man. It hurts my heart, man. Yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of men obviously kill themselves, but I don't know why though. Men are supposed to be strong, you know. So I don't understand why a lot of guys do that. You had my sister tell me if you really want to kill yourself, you would just do it instead of just being there for me. Well, I don't think there's enough pressure to do that to myself. I'd rather go through sufferation and deal with like shit like that than kill myself. I believe in God too much. See, I can't. It wouldn't be that to me. I wouldn't get myself to that point. See, when I feel pressure and I feel like I'm not doing something right, or people pressure me, or I'm in a situation where I don't feel comfortable, I disconnect from it. I don't absorb it. See, I don't let it get to me. I'm too smart for that. Like when I see myself in a position of not dealing with something, I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna be like, no, no, Mr. Aquarius is coming out. We're gonna go aloof, and we're gonna say fuck you, and I'm gonna go and hide, and you're not gonna see me no more because you ain't getting me. Not today, Satan. No, you won't. If I feel like I'm being zapped by bad energy or negativity, I'm gone. I'm out. You ain't gonna get me. I'm not gonna let you get me. It ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna get me with those mental tricks. I'm too strong to be like, you know, to kill myself. Fuck that. That ain't happening. I'd rather change my life and make it better than to give up and take my life and make everybody around me mourn my death for my stupid fucking actions or my stupid choices. I would never do that to the people I love. I just can't. And you're right. Yeah, people are stronger than others, but the strong people should be helping these people not to do that. Like this way is out of that, man. You know? I wish I would have known he was gonna do that. I would have got to him, man. If I honestly knew he was gonna kill him, but see, I can't stop death, you know, and neither can you. But I wish I knew he was going through something. I would have talked to him. I would have tried to help him. I really would have. I would have talked some sense into him. I really would have. I would have told him, look, bro, man, you can't do this shit to yourself. But it's too late now. What the fuck? Hold on a second. My radio thing's going off. 1 second. What the fuck is wrong with this thing? What the devil? Why is this piece of shit going off now? I swear, I'm gonna have to like seriously consider. I need to do a declutter or a fucking some bullshit. I swear. I swear, sometimes I think so. That freaked me the fuck out just now. Because it's midnight and the stupid alarm, like the thing went off. Because I changed the time today to an hour ahead. So it just, the alarm thing went off. And I'm like, I never set the alarm on this thing. I unplugged it. Yeah, I know there's mental illness. And I know that, some people are emotionally unstable. I understand that. But I don't know, because I've never been through it. When I went through a breakup one time with someone, it hurt. It hurt a lot going through a breakup. Everybody in this room has been through breakups, right? Well, I honestly felt like this woman was the right woman for me. This happened a couple years ago, maybe about 6, 7 years ago. I was with somebody I really wanted to be with. I was willing to do anything to be with her because I said, yeah, finally I found the right woman. And then when all this shit went down and she like pretty much did the unthinkable to me, I said, well, you know what? I broke down in a corner, I cried, and I started listening to some music. I got up, I started working, I finished working for that day. And I felt like I felt like my heart had been ripped out of me and it doesn't work anymore. And ever since that breakup, I feel like my heart don't work anymore. Like I don't feel like my heart. I don't feel like butterflies when I meet a new woman. Like I don't feel like, love anymore coming out of my heart for a woman. Like I just don't feel that no more. Now when I see my nephews, it's a different type of love. When I see, people I like, it's a different type of feeling. There's no more like feeling like, I love a woman anymore because of what happened. But it didn't drive me to like kill myself or want to even think about that. Because I always have this mentality, people come and go. I've been through a lot of shit with relationships and people. And I've been through a lot of people in my life. So I always have this saying, people come and go, everybody can be replaced. And who's meant for you is going to be around you. Who's not meant for you is going to leave. And that's why like I have these sayings that I have on my cars, like delete, block, and fuck off, and forgive yourself for dealing with them. These are all like lessons that I learned. So the next person won't get to me as easy as that. It's gonna be like, yeah, I put up a wall. Um, you know? Yeah, I understand. I understand all of that. That's why I don't really judge people who take their life in spirit when I see them. I'll tell you guys a story. I did mediumship about maybe, I would say 3 years ago when I first started on here. That was the first bit of mediumship I ever did. I had an open mediumship night. I used to have open mediumship nights on Saturday nights, sometimes on Friday nights. It depends on Sunday nights too. I used to do it on Sunday nights more than anything. And I used to have an open mediumship night to prove that I knew how to do it and prove like, I can help people. So a woman that I don't really speak to that much, but I'm still cool with her. She says, Mark, can I be on your list tonight? I say, yeah, sure. This is a true story. And she says, I want to tap into my boyfriend. He's dead, but I want you to like see what you get because I feel like I'm not getting the full story from his sister and his parents about how he died. And I wasn't, even though I was his girlfriend, I wasn't allowed to view his body or view, him at his apartment where he was found dead. So she wanted to know what the situation was because she felt like left out, even though she was the girlfriend. But the parents and the sister kept her from knowing, anything, which is fucked up. So I started to read this guy, and the guy said, Mark, I want you to tell my girlfriend everything. Even though you're gonna see things you've never seen before, I want you to tell her everything. Please tell her details, everything. I'm like, all right. So I kind of started getting to chill. I'm like, oh fuck. What's this spirit gonna show me? So he's outside and he walks through this door and he takes me into his room. And there's a ceiling fan with a rope where he hung himself. And on the table, there's a bunch of pills and a canister, like the canister with the pills you get prescription pills. And there was like a bucket where he stood up and hung himself and killed himself pretty much from the ceiling fan. And this is right in his apartment. And he said to me, look, Mark, I was a drug addict. I OD'd. I hung myself right here. He showed me everything. He said, this is where I hung myself. This is what I did. Tell my girlfriend everything, please, because she got left out. They don't want to tell her the truth. My girlfriend was the only one who tried to help me with my drug addiction. And honestly, when I was saying that to the girl, she says, I knew it. I knew it. I knew that's what had happened in my heart, because I knew he wasn't doing too good. But, his family's keeping out of his life because they're probably blaming her or whatever. But she said that, she never did none of that shit. I believed her. And he said, she tried to help me. She never encouraged me. So that's a mediumship reading that I will never forget as long as I live because he gave me all the details. And he showed me where, how, when, and why he did it. And he apologized to me during the reading several times and said, look, I know you don't like this shit. And if you don't like me for doing it, that's okay. But I just want you to tell my girlfriend that, I love her and I fucked up and I miss her and I should have never done it. If I could take it back, I would. He was telling me the whole time, like in spirit, about what he was doing. And it broke my fucking heart to see this guy, young guy, like 27 years old or something like that he was. And I was like, well, I remember saying to him in spirit, like, look, I'm not going to judge you. I understand drugs kill, drugs do that shit to people. People go through a phase in their life. I understand, and I just asked him, to, see his girlfriend every now and then in spirit and help her now. And she ended up getting diagnosed with some really fucked up ovary problems. And now she's fine, because he probably went in spirit to help her, And that's like the blessing of it all. You can always come back. I feel like God gives you a chance to fix your fuck ups. So you know what I mean? So that's why I always have faith for people who do those things in their physical world. And I feel like in spirit, God kind of gives you a chance to earn his forgiveness by going back to the earth in a spirit form and help other people. So that's what I believe, and that's the experiences that I've been through personally. So the point and the moral of the story is, even though you do the worst thing you can possibly do in a physical presence, I feel like God will always give you the chance to make it up to him in a spiritual presence. That's just my opinion, you know? But that's how I feel like, that things are and how it is. So hopefully my friend can, earn God's forgiveness and come back and help his wife and his daughters at least. And like, at least he's got a big spirit army because his whole family's gone except for his sister. His sister's the only one left out of 6 people. There was three boys and a girl, and he was the youngest, and the girl's the oldest, or second oldest, I think. Yeah, she's still alive, barely. But his mom, his dad, he watched his brother die, his brothers die, and and he went and took his life. I just still can't get over that. Seeing somebody that took their life 48 hours ago freaks me out. I can see him right now, like in the car, and I'm like, I looked at him and he didn't see me, but I saw him like, oh yeah, I definitely will hear from him because I know he'll probably have something to tell me. I know he'll be ready for me when he's ready. What I know now is I would never try to like talk to him right now because I know he's reunited with his family. And I know those are the people that's gonna help him out right now. I know his whole family and I watched his whole family pass away. And I went to his brother's funeral, and that was probably one of the worst funerals I've ever been to, seeing a father and mother bury their son. My brain's tarnished from seeing things. It's sad. I don't know, man. Fucking, it's annoying. It's annoying to know that people, go through heartache like that. I couldn't imagine having a son and then burying him. It's fucked up. Hey, Ali, how you doing? Yeah, I just got it, sweetheart. You can ask your question when you're ready. Cindy, he knows that I'm upset, but I think that he also knows that he can talk to me anytime because we're friends. I've known him my whole life, and I think that's why I saw him 2 days ago, because it was probably saying, hey, when people are good and ready, Cindy, they'll talk to me. And I'm not gonna pressure him to talk to me, even if I never talk to him in spirit. I don't really mind. It's not my say. If he wants to come to me, then I'll accept it, and I'll be like, I wouldn't look at him any different. I'll just tell him, look, man, you should have like said something to me at least, or I could have helped you or whatever. But it's too late now, obviously. But I don't know. It's obviously got to be something bad for him to do that. He's the type of person that I would say, in order for you to kill yourself, it had to be something really bad because he's seen his mother, his father, and his brothers die before him. So if that didn't kill you and want to kill yourself, then it had to be something major. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know this guy. He saw his mom, his dad, and his brothers die before him. He was like the last two. So how the fuck is this? This had to be something really, really bad. So I'm gonna find out eventually, but I kind of don't want to find out. I kind of like want to take this in kind of slowly because it still hasn't hit me yet. To be honest, I kind of think that I'm like, it's just a lie or something. I don't know. Until I see him in the obituary section, like, and I know it's true, that's when it'll probably sink in. All right, Ali, you said you're tired. I have an interview Tuesday. Any good outcomes? All right, let's check, sweetheart. Okay. All right, Ali. I got good things here. Um, if you're gonna have an interview with a woman, it's gonna go really well because the woman will look at you as somebody who really has good intentions and really um, is going to show action and somebody who's going to be fair and say how it is and show your expressions and say exactly what you need to say and do what you have to do. The thing is don't try and take any assistance towards you with an ulterior motive, and be aware of any type of help that's offered leading up to this whole interview. If it's to do with business, just take some advice, but don't take it all to heart. Like it's just a suggestion more than advice. It's advice, but advice with a little twist. Um, but overall, I think the outcome will be good. Things will be fair. They'll treat you fairly in the interview. They'll look at you as somebody who they can deal with and they can make it happen. If you are being interviewed by a woman, I don't know if you know that by now, but the woman will, when at the beginning when she looks at you, she'll be like, "Okay, well, let's see what this person." Okay, well, that's good. The woman will look at you first and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna see what they have to say, analyze what she has to say, um, and I'm gonna give her advice. Maybe she'll take it, maybe she doesn't." And once she starts talking to you in the interview, the outcome will be like, you know what? I think she's you know, oh, it's a telephone. Okay, well, that's cool. I think that she'll definitely accept you and will feel the expression through the phone. I would say it's something about like feeling the expression and knowing that you mean what you say and say what you mean. So the conversation will go good, and the person that's judging you will say, you know what, this is a person for the job. I think that another person is going to get interviewed, so she's going to be like, well, I don't want them, I want you. I think that somebody just try not to during the interview take the advice or take whatever like they say and express the answer to them. Really express yourself and don't hold back. Like say exactly what you want, exactly how you feel, and you'll be fine. The woman here is going to be the one that's going to be satisfied with your actions and your expressions and whatever else. So Ali, it looks good. I don't get nothing bad. I just feel like the beginning of the conversation will diminish after that, and then she'll be like, okay, I think that you'll be on the list. I think that she might interview a couple more people, but then possibly pick you, or whatever the case may be, or whatever the interview is about. Whatever the interview is about is going to be a positive outcome. That's your answer. It's a positive outcome, a good outcome. Um, the only thing here I get is like they might ask you some tricky questions to get you off your game, to see how smart you are, or to see where your head is. You know what I mean? That's what I get. But yeah, the good thing is I got old women here, so if you're getting interviewed by the woman, that's a good thing. I would say listen more than you speak, and then just speak when spoken to. That's the words I wanted to say. So yeah, Ali, it looks good. You're welcome. It looks good. Yeah, it was good, Cindy. I don't see nothing bad. I got all pretty much good cards. Just be aware that they're gonna test you out. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Just take the test and just answer everything with honesty, and you'll be fine. That's the best. Honesty is the best policy. You're welcome, Cindy. No problem, sweetheart. So how is everything with you? Did you is your back feeling better? Are you feeling good? How's mom? I know we haven't spoken in a while. Yeah, I try to give my all, Cindy. I just like I said, I like to talk to people about certain things. Everybody's making sense. Everybody, is saying the right thing. I just still can't believe my friend committed suicide. That just doesn't register with me, Red. It really doesn't register yet. I want to get more information, or I want to find out why. But I'll find out eventually. It'll be told. I guess tomorrow I'll get more information. Because my brother went to go see his wife tonight, so I'm sure he'll tell me something or whatever. You're out of work. Your upper vertebrae going through tests, but still most likely surgery again. Yeah. Sydney, do you actually like walk like for distances? Do you know that the best thing for back pain is to walk a half an hour every day? Walking actually helps your back. I don't know if that was ever suggested to you, but that's what helped me. I walked every day for half an hour and lost weight. My back got better. Obviously not 100%, but it was definitely 80%. And now it's back to shit again because I don't do it anymore. Yeah, it's definitely good for you. I mean, sometimes the vertebrae are messed up really bad and they have to do surgery. I agree with something like that. Yeah, that's what's happened to me. Like I want to go for walks, but it's been raining. It's cold, it's windy, it's nasty. I'm just gonna wait till I can do it 100%. I'm not gonna force myself right now. I'm still recovering from back pain and hamstring pain. My hamstrings and both my hamstrings on both left and right, and my back, my lower back are like they give me like a zap type of like needle pain from time to time. So I'm like, you know what, Mark, you just need to chill out, and then we'll get there. I don't want no surgery. I don't want surgery at all. And I'm afraid if I go to the doctor, they're gonna say I need it because this is probably the worst I've felt. But I've always like gotten better if I walk a lot. But I need to get the time to walk and the time to get better. I go on walks with my dog and stuff, but it's not enough. I need to like go without my dog and actually like go for a walk with nothing else on my mind. I'll try and do it soon. Yeah, see, that's crazy. I don't know how the heck they do that shit. That's insane. That is insane. I know a lot of people who have all that stuff. They get like, oh, man, my cousin he had a bike accident and destroyed his back, and they had to put all this metal shit in there, and he says like, it's insane. Yeah, same here. Me, my back's messed up through work. When I'm sitting down like this, I don't really feel any pain. But when I get up, oh boy, when I'm walking around or I bend down or I wake up when I go to bed, I feel it. Like when I'm laying down flat and I'm in my bed, I feel the pain. And then after that, it goes away. And then when I wake up and I get up, and I come out of the bathroom and I walk down these steps, that's when I really feel it. I'm like, oh boy. But once I get going, once I start walking around and then, I feel a little better, then I'll feel like, okay, I'm good. I try not to take any pills. I use BioFreeze. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. BioFreeze is like a rub on type of like blue, icy type of roll on medication stuff or whatever it is. It's called BioFreeze. It actually works. It's pretty good. Like right after I get out of the shower, I'll dry myself off and I'll rub it all over like the parts that hurt the most, and it works. Yeah, yeah, I do like it. Yep, it seems to be the only thing that works properly. That's the only thing that works to me. That and the Tiger Balm stuff is pretty good. BioFreeze and Tiger Balm is the two things I use. But the BioFreeze I think is a little better than the Tiger Balm. The thing is you gotta use it 3 times a day. If you use it 3 times a day, it'll be a better effect. But if you use it once a day, see the only downfall with BioFreeze is you can't wear your clothes over it because your clothes will get stained or like it'll mess up. It doesn't really work when you put your clothes back on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when I come out of the shower, I know this is too much information, but when I come out of the shower and I don't have any clothes on, I'll rub the BioFreeze all over my back and my hamstrings where it hurts the most. And then I won't put any clothes on to about half an hour because the clothes will like get stained from the blue liquid, or like it just feels weird when you put the clothes on because it feels like it rubs it off or it does something. So I just like try to do that and take the time out to do it. But I only do it once a day when I should do it 3 times a day. But it's the pain in the ass of taking your clothes off, putting it on, then you have to wait a while before it dries. Then you can put your clothes back on. It's a pain in the ass. I try to do it, when I take a shower, and then at night before I go to sleep, I'll just lay in my bed and put it on, and then that's it. But it does work. Hey Ninja, how you doing? Ali's still eating? Yeah, I spoke to her already. Yeah. Yeah, it should be 3 times a day. It says on the bottom 3 times a day, but I only do it like maybe once a day or twice a day. But I should do it 3 times a day. I should make the effort to do it because that it helped my shoulder. See where my back is and my hamstrings. I gotta be naked pretty much. Whereas my shoulder, I just have my shirt off and I was just rubbing it on my shoulder, and it was fine. I do it 3 times a day. It was no problem, you know. But doing your back and your hamstrings, you can't have no underwear on, and you can't have no shirt on. So like I have to do it right after the shower, wait, walk upstairs, with no clothes on because I can't come down here. Somebody might come in, see a monster and they might, get scared. And I always like to do it when nobody's here so I don't have to get disturbed by answering the door or somebody coming by or something like that. Like I want to be like free. I want to I want to be naked with the medication on until it dries. Then I can put my underwear and my clothes on and I'm all right. But see, it depends on where everything is. Now I'm just teasing. I gotta make it funny, but like I have my nephews that come to my door, sometimes unannounced, or my sister, because they live next door. So yeah, it's cool. You can visualize. It's okay. Yeah, I let it all hang out. I actually sleep naked anyway, so I can't sleep with clothes on. I won't get no sleep. I've always slept naked since forever. But it can be annoying sometimes. You know. But apparently sleeping naked is the healthiest way to sleep. And I guess that's why I don't have any issues. So like when I go to sleep, it's fine because I can just lay in my bed, face down with the medication on my, back and my hamstrings. And then when it dries, I can move around in the bed with not staining any sheets from the biofreeze. That's like the only downfall to me of putting medication on your back or wherever you are. Because you gotta watch out. If you can stain your clothes, or you can like stain your sheets, or stain something that means something significant to you. So that's the only downfall of biofreeze, because it's blue and it'll like go all over your shit, So. And you gotta make sure when you turn over, it doesn't go on your parts, because it might burn you. Okay, Ali. I just got the beep. Yeah, you can go ahead and ask your question, sweetie. Thanks. Yeah, because that's the only downfall of biofreeze. I found that it stained my sheets sometimes, or it'll stain like my clothes or wherever I. One time I had shoulder pain, like the shoulder cuff, and then I put my shirt right on after that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Where the hell did this blue shit come from?" And I'm like, "Oh no, it was from the biofreeze." I'm like, "Ah shit, I gotta watch out for that. I can't put my shirt back on right away." And I'm like, "Ah man, fuck." Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can go first. It don't matter. Yeah, yeah. Ninja and Baby Ninja. I've known these two for a while. You know, they're my ninjas. Before I even had my channel, I've known Ninja and Ali. We met up in someone else's channel. You want to know if your credit cards are going to be cleared up? Well, then pay your damn credit cards and then they'll be cleared up. That's your answer. Next. No, that's how it's. Oh shit. Yes. All right. No, man. All right. So what I'm getting here, Ninja, is by the end of April, it looks like it'll be pretty much cleared up. And I got the number 7 here. So if it's like uh, more than 700 or 7,000 or whatever it is, I don't know, but like you don't have to say nothing. But if it's more or less than that, around that figure, then I would say yes, it'll be cleared by like the end of April. So I would say from now to the end of April, I would say it should be cleared up, and you'll have communication. There'll be new things. You're approaching the end of the payments I would say from now to the end of April. So it looks good for clearing up at least 7 of the figures on there. So I don't know why I said that, but I got 7 here strongly in the card. So something to do with 7, or I would say 7 weeks. So from now to the end of April is 7 weeks. So it looks like that. It looks like we're going to do that. You're going to be fine. Did you hear Ali? No, I didn't. No. Oh, you mean on here? I can't. Let me see. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Sorry, yeah, my bad. That flew right over my head. Yes, yeah, I did. So yeah, it looks good for from now to the end of April for your answer. Oh, she was asking Ali. Look, I'm like way out there right now. I'm looking at all these. It was like I'm trying to find out where the heck the these. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I know. I had to figure that out just now. I was like all over the place. I was like, what? I had to read back. I had to look back and see. All right, let's check, Ali. Okay, if you do get the job, it's saying that you might be getting good money, but you might not be as happy as you want. I think you'll take the money and you won't really care if you're like super happy or not. Like if it's a job where you're going to be like making decisions or like a lot of communication. There's going to be some communication or people that you talk to that piss you off, or you're going to feel like unexpected things or stuff like that. I feel like you'll have the prosperity with the money, but you might not be happy, being there after a while because you're gonna be like, oh my god, these people are annoying. Or you might be like, I have to go through this shit to make this money. Like, you might be questioning yourself. Ah, okay. Yeah, if it's a payroll position, yeah, I can understand that. So you might be talking to people that annoy you, and that's gonna. I mean, you'll be making good money, but you might not be happy making the money because you have to deal with stupid people. But that's a part of life. Trust me, I have to deal with it every day. So just take the money, earn the money, and try not to let the people get to you is what the main thing is here. But you're gonna be happy overall. I feel like after a while, after you get like, yeah, after you get used to the job and you make the money, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm actually happy. I don't give a shit. Like I don't really worry about, you know, uh the worry about the people. Like I think they're gonna try and make you like lose your stability, your mental stability at some points because you're gonna be like, oh my god, like do I really want to do this? Like, do I really? You're gonna question it at sometimes when it's really hard, but After a while, I think you'll be fine. I got the sun card here at the very end. So it's saying you'll be happy making the money, but you also be like kind of annoying. Yeah. So I guess just think of it as, I already lost my mental stability because of my kids. So these people can't break me. I'm just gonna take the money and say, go to hell. So yeah, it looks like, the money is gonna be okay, but you might not be as happy because, of the people annoying the shit out of you. But after a while, I think that you'll be fine. Once you get used to stupidity, it just becomes a regular thing. I've been dealing with it online forever and in real life. I actually, when I just said that to you, I actually realized that I live that life right now. As a business owner, I deal with a lot of stupid people. I deal with a lot of people who try and do me down and say, that's expensive. Can you do it for this price or can you do it for that? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm already giving you like a good price. What more you want from me? I make good money, but I also got to deal with a lot of stupid people. So I just take the money and run and just like, whatever. I got to deal with you. I don't really care right now. I'm going to move on with my life. And then the next day you do it all over again. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta deal with stupid people. But at least I'm making good money. Oh well, fuck it. I don't care. That's kind of how I feel in here sometimes. I don't want anybody to take that personally, but some people can really annoy the shit out of me sometimes. They will ask me like the stupidest questions, but I just say, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm here to help with no judgment so I can get the reading across. Yes, I'm making money. Okay, fine. I'll do it. I'll put up with your dumbass for a day or two or for a couple minutes. But a lot of those people are gone now. I don't have to deal with them anymore. But in the past, I had to deal with a lot of crazy people. Now I don't really have no crazy people in here no more. At least not that I know of. Nobody really bothers me anymore like that. I just deal with it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have that problem anymore, to be honest. And if it is somebody, they don't really bother me like that. Yeah, I guess, everybody can be kind of like annoying at times, but I don't let it get to me anymore. It only bothers me if you ask, like, if you're asking me a question, I'll answer. But if you're asking me like three questions in one and think that I was born yesterday and my mom was an elephant, then that's probably not going to work. I'm gonna be like, well, I answered your question. You're asking me another question and another question and another question and another question. So you want me to put that on your tab? Or like, did you not get the memo here? Oh yeah, definitely. Um, but I don't let it get to me. I don't really have annoying people in here anymore. In my opinion, I don't really have bad people in here. I used to have some crazy ass people in here that aggravate the shit out of me. I either cut them off or they just don't come in here anymore. It's only a few. I really didn't get bombarded with stupid people. Yeah, I indirectly tell people that, I'm like, you paid for one question, not 10, right? And like, I wasn't born yesterday. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Mark. No, you're not sorry. You're not sorry. Yeah, exactly. You know what you're doing. You just want to see how much you're going to get from 'em. But I try not to make it about, I don't make it about money. So I guess that's why people don't really care. I also put my price down to $5. It used to be a lot more, but I just don't really care anymore. It is what it is. I'm here to help, and I'm blessed to get something out of it. So I can pay for my internet, so I can come on here every night. Yeah, I know. That's why you've been coming in here more often, so you be getting that discount reads. I actually do mediumship for $5 on here now. Some of my friends in here, come in here and get mediumship questions for $5. I thought I'd never be doing that in my entire life, but I do it because I love them and I want to take care of them and I want to make sure they get what they want. And I don't mind doing it. So I joke about it. I say you're getting discount mediumship or you're getting discount this, but I'm only joking. Like they don't take it serious. Because if I did, I would be like, no. The old me would have said, "Are you out of your mind?" No. But now, like I just don't. I just do it because I love everybody. I'm just trying to help everybody in hard times. That's all. It's never been about money to me. It's always been about like I want people to like be happy when they leave here. Oh, see, that's the thing. Ali, even when I do $50 for 30 minutes, it goes over the time and I always give way more than, because for 30 minutes you can ask unlimited questions. You can ask, if I can answer, you know, 10, 15 questions in a half an hour, which I can, then you're getting the bargain of a lifetime. You see what I'm saying? And then I charge $55 for half an hour mediumship, and I end up doing an hour. And then some people will be like, "Oh, you want me to give you more?" I'm like, "Nah, it's cool." "Oh, you sure?" And I'm like, "No, I'm sure. I don't need any more. It's cool." The deal was, this, and this. If I want more, I'll tell you I want more, but I don't. Yeah, see, that's ridiculous, Cindy. Yeah, I know. See, that's what it is. Yeah, I no, I would never charge anybody $100 for 15 minutes. Hell no. I mean, people see how I work. I don't really dwell on money and shit like that. It doesn't phase me. Oh yeah, I've been ripped off in my lifetime, that's for sure. But that's why people charge that price so they can get it and run and scam you. And some people think that they're actually giving you a real reading when it isn't. And I'm not perfect and I'm not 100% right, but sometimes I am. And it's only through the help of God and Spirit that I am right. And I never claim or guarantee anything. I would just say, there's possibilities. Yes, you will, or no, you won't. Or, I would say, like, it's a good possibility, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, see, yeah. See, when a psychic asks you questions, right, and feeds off of you, then it's not good. Because if you say, "Oh yeah, it is my grandma," "Oh yeah, I do see an old lady here." "Oh, but my grandma wasn't old. She died at age 40." Well, she looked old. Or maybe this is your great grandmother, the one you never saw, so I can scam you some more. Some of these people, they have no remorse. They don't care. They just want money. That's why I always tease people about this psychic that they once told me to go see one time. This lady, and I'll never forget. I went in her room and I started listening to her. I never said one word. I didn't even say hi or anything. I just watched her. So she pulls out this little Tupperware container with all these little popsicle sticks in it. And I've said this story a few times. Pulled out the popsicle sticks and it had like sayings on it. Like she wrote on the popsicle sticks, like "Spirit loves you," "Message from your mom," "Message from your grandmom," or like some bullshit like that, right? And I was like, this chick can't be for real. And she was charging $50 for three sticks, right? And she'll, swish it around and be like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, this is what these people are ranting about? Some woman with popsicle sticks with words on them in a container for $50. You're getting 3 sticks, and she'll hold up the sticks and be like, Spirit loves you. Your mom's message to you is love. And then another one would say, um, move forward from the past. And I'm like, you're getting $50 for this bullshit? I better go eat some popsicles and do the same shit then. Like, and write on them and too and give you some bullshit line that I never heard of. And people be like, okay, give me another 50, you moron. And I'm like, how is this mediumship and how is this to do anything with spirit? So I was like, and the person don't do it no more. Because people got wind of it, like, that this is bullshit. And she claimed she was a medium, but she ain't no damn medium. She's an extra small. She has no clue. I've seen a lot of bullshit on here. Trust me, it's annoying. I can't believe how many people get ripped off by these fools. I don't know. Mediumship is very hard, see, because people they think that mediumship's a joke. Mediumship is not for everybody. Mediumship is something you have to earn. You can't use your mediumship to make ridiculous money because it's gonna get to your head. It's gonna get to your head. Yeah, there you go, Cindy. Get some popsicle sticks and you can be a fake psychic. I'll never forget that shit. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of dumb shit. Okay, Ali, no problem. I could honestly, I don't know. I can't do that. Like, I just can't lie to somebody, or I just can't like make up a story about some mediumship shit that don't exist. And some people think that mediumship is like, oh, let me ask them these questions. It don't really work like that sometimes, unless the person's really connected or they really like. Mediumship is so amazing that I can see where you live through them. One time, a woman said, "You better not look through my underwear drawer," and I'm like, "Hey, hey, hey! I'm not. I'm only gonna tell you what the spirit showed me. If he goes in your underwear drawer and pulls out damn G-strings or there's granny panties, I'm gonna find out because he's gonna tell me. If you don't tell me, then I ain't gonna know. So don't. I'll tell him don't go in there. All right, take it easy. I don't need to know your bra size or your panties or whatever. That's for you and him to deal with. That's for your late husband to deal with. He can go smell those underwear drawers, not me. You know? I remember my friend, she was a medium. Her name was Joanna. I haven't seen her for years, but she's amazing. She was the one who got me into mediumship. She told me that I had the gift and I can be just as good as her or better. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So she proved to me that mediumship was real. And she told me one day that there's a guy that always went in the shower with her and tried to look at her boobs because she had like big boobs, right? She goes, he ain't coming in here to see my ass because I don't have one. He just wants to see my boobs. And she would like tell him to like go away and cover herself in the shower because he would come in spirit to try and look at her. And she'd be like, look, you can't come in here. And when she told me that story, I was dying. I was laughing so much I almost peed myself. But I always remember that she used to say shit. She was an Aquarius. She's an Aquarius like me. And she used to talk all that shit and make me laugh. And then when I actually saw that stuff for myself and saw how people like with spirit was really doing things like that, not everybody does it, but like some of them do it. And when she told me that, I laughed so much. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. All right, Ali said, did I hit a really sore spot with my hubby on what I said over the text? couple of days ago. He's ignoring me, and I'm okay with that. Oh, what are we gonna do with these sensitive men? These guys, they need Marky Mark's tarot men counseling. I swear, some of these guys, man. Some of these men are very man childlike, you know. Yeah, sensitive. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so, Cindy. You can defend them if you want. Oh, that sounds like my sister and her soon to be ex-husband. He can do whatever he wants. But when I tell him about himself or my sister tells him about himself, he goes off the deep end. Oh, you got one of those. He must be a Capricorn then. Capricorns are famous for that. If he isn't a Capricorn, he's probably something close to it. But yeah, that sounds like somebody I know. He's an Aquarius? Oh, well, he must be on the cusp. He must be a January Aquarius then. Because January has Capricorn energy in it. If you're a February Aquarius, you're on a whole nother level. And don't tell me he's a damn February Aquarius, because then he needs to get himself checked. Oh, hell no. Oh, he needs to get himself checked then. That's not Aquarius behavior. That's not Aquarius behavior. Oh, no. Hell no. What the fuck is wrong with these Aquarius guys? I hear a lot of bad things about Aquarius guys, but what about me? I'm not like that. I'm like the biggest joker in the world. Like, people can push my buttons, I'll just tease them back, or I wouldn't even get like mad about that shit. I actually laugh about it. I think it's funny. Dang, he's got he needs. Yeah. He must have his son in crazy. All right. What I got here, Ali, how he feels about the text. He feels anxiety over it. He feels like impatient. He feels like, it was some actions, and he thinks that whatever this thing is, it's gonna make him unstable. It made him he thinks about money, he thinks about, bad things. He thinks that, he has to put in more activity, he has to get back what he lost. I think that he's very tricky, and he can be very he can like swindle his way around things. Like, he'll tell you one thing and do another. I feel like he can be like pretty slick at times. He also thinks that whatever you text him, it's a part of like him having to, like, he has too much work to do in order to deal with that what you've told him. So I think that he's at a state. He's thinking like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to my work and not impair no mind. Like, that's his way. That's his thinking. Like, I'm gonna work, do what I have to do. I'm busy, and I'm gonna stay busy so I don't have to deal with what Ali told me. But what you told him gave him anxiety, made him feel uneasy, made him feel impatient. But at the same time, his desire is to recover, um, and move like, forward without like trying to dwell on it too much. But at the same time, he's kind of feeling like deceptive, and feeling like kind of slick and sly, and it's almost like he wants to trick his way into things sometimes. Crying over McDonald's. Oh boy. But it looks like he's very focused on work, and like he's got anxiety over the whole situation. But yeah, I just think that he's got a lot of anxiety over it. So I would say, what did you say here again? What was your words exactly? Uh, you said that I hit a really sore spot with my hubby on what I said over text. Yeah, I think you did, and that's why he's ignoring you because you made him feel a certain way. You made him feel like anxiety. You made him feel uneasy. You made him feel like he was impatient, or you threw him off his game a bit. Yeah, exactly. He told you that if you spank the kids, I can't be around them anymore. What type of fucking program is he on? Let me tell you something. I have six nephews, and when they got on my nerves, I spanked them or I scolded them. And my brothers and sisters never said one word to me. They would say, "Oh yeah, Uncle Mark, give them a smack. They need it." But I never beat the shit out of them or anything like that. I would never beat kids. But like I'll smack them if I have to, or I'll tell them, "Hey, we want Uncle Mark to slap you upside your head. You better cut it out now." Like I rather like threaten them than hit them, obviously. But they got spanks here and there. Not anymore because they're old enough now. Yeah, because these kids need to get slapped up. When I was a kid, my dad would give me an open hand slap, and I'll be dreaming about that shit for about a week. I think twice about doing some dumb shit. Back in the day, you got ringers, you got open hand, you got belts, you got slippers. My mom had the wooden spoon. She'll smack my ass with that wooden spoon. It hurt. And plus, you're the grandma. You have every rights to hit them or scold them or tell them about themselves. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what's wrong with people in the world. They don't scold their kids. They just let them, you know. Yeah, I would never like punch any kid or even my own kid, but I'll smack them in the ass or something, or I'll grab them by their arm and say, "Hey, what the hell are you doing? You crazy?" Raise my voice or something. But as far as like pounding them and beating them, hell no. If I did that, I'd break them in half. I'm not that type of like person. But I don't care if they're not my kids. They're my nephews. My blood's going through their veins. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna beat your ass if you act up. I'm gonna scold you. And my sisters and brother never said to me for me not to do it. No one's ever said that. So you're the grandma. You can tell him go f himself. Next time he says that, you should say you're in my house, and then if you're in here, I'm gonna scold my grandchildren the way I want. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. That's what I tell him. You better bring out your Aquarius out on him. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Who the fuck you think you are? You out of your mind? Whose house you living in, bro? You crazy? People who say that, they'll aggravate me. My mom tells me not to smack my nephews, but I don't do. I've never really smacked them like that. I've hit them on the ass a few times. That's the thing with me. Like I don't really, you know. Oh, there you go. So looks like he's a delusional Aquarius. I don't know what the hell it is with people like that. I've had a lot of bad people. I've had a lot of people tell me that Aquarius men are crazy. And I'm like, no way, man. Are you serious? Like, so what happened to me? I don't know. I don't consider myself that type of crazy person. I'm not crazy. If I was crazy, I wouldn't be here. I'm not like that, man. I don't know why people are like that, but I get a lot of people bashing Aquarius men lately. That's not good. That's really not good. It's all good. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, my mom would always say that. My mom would be like, if they're in my care, I'm gonna smack them because they're my grandchildren. My mom used to say that to my sisters and brothers. They get on my nerve. My sisters and brothers say, yeah, smack them if you have to. When they're naughty, you get a ringer. I call it a ringer. Wow. All right, let's check, Ali. It's always ninjas' fault. Um, I don't really see you guys like separating or getting a divorce or anything like that. At least not this year. I don't like to look too far ahead, but this year it doesn't look likely. I actually see him like I actually see him like getting better and like you know understanding things. I think that he mainly wants to. Yeah, at least not this year. Yeah, I don't go beyond the year because I don't believe in going too far. I'll explain something. The cards are telling me, right, that he wants to. The main reason he's in this whole thing is because he wants to change residence, which means he doesn't want to live there anymore. That's his main thing. He wants to get out. He doesn't want to live where he lives now. He wants to live somewhere else, and that's his main goal. He does not want to live there. He wants to go somewhere else. And this year, that's his main goal. He's finding a way to get out of there. And if he does, life will be much better for you, for him, for the kids, for everybody. Yeah. His main goal is to leave, and that's what he wants. See, and I feel like if you were to move and you guys were to go somewhere else, life would be much better. To be honest, well, at least for him, it will be. And I think that he'll feel more successful. He'll feel more in control. He'll feel more like, like he can make more money that way. He can have more like everything, you know? So that's his main thing. His goal this year, so he doesn't get a divorce, and he doesn't want a divorce. He doesn't want to separate. I don't think he wants that at all. He just thinks that you are the one with the problem. He thinks that you have no ability to understand him. He thinks sometimes that you don't understand him and you have difficulty in understanding what he wants. And he thinks that there's a conflict of interest between you guys, that you guys get hostile sometimes with your words. And he thinks that you are not willing to work with him. He feels like you're not willing to work with him to make things better. But he in his mind, he thinks by leaving where he is now and moving, everything will be much better. He will be much better. He can be like in a whole nother level of support be a better husband, be a better person if he were to get away from where he is now. Well, the reason why he does that is because he's living there, but he also feels like, you know, well, that's the thing. This is what he believes, right? This is what he believes. He believes that if he were to get out of that environment, he knows he would have to work, get better, and be a better person. And that's he feels like where he is now, he can't go nowhere. He can't like be who he wants to be. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. Maybe this is what he thinks in his mind. I'm telling you what he's thinking. He thinks that if he were to get away from where he is now, he'll be a better person and a better everything. He thinks that he's in jail living where he is now. And I don't know if like his dad would help him, you know? I think like he's waiting for a man to help him. So if his dad like has a business or can get him a job, or like if he was closer to a man or like his dad or something or his brother, like that's what he will want. He wants to be like around his people. Because right now he feels like he can't be who he wants to be. So if he doesn't want to be who he wants to be, then he's not going to be what he is there. But the reason I think I'm not defending him, but what the cards are saying is that he will never be who he wants to be if he lives there. Yeah. His mentality right now is I want to be around the people I want to be around so I can be who I want to be. And if I don't get that, I'm not going to be who I want to be. Yeah. Well, I understand that you want to be with your family. The woman usually wins anyway on that whole aspect because the woman, has the kids. So there has to be like a compromise somewhere. Yeah. The thing is I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. A lot of people find out who their spouse is when they finally have kids. And when they finally have kids, they see who they really married. Because talk is cheap. See, once you get to that stage and you actually live that life, that's when everything goes downhill. Because a woman expects the man to do the same as they do. And when the man doesn't do that, the man becomes worthless, they become useless, and then all they do is become a paycheck. And rightfully so, because that man should have really understood what he was about to get himself into. But it's also the woman's fault for marrying his dumbass and not living with him from the beginning and knowing who he really is. But people change. So I understand that that's the life you live. My sister needed 20 years to figure that out. My brother needed 17 years to figure that out too. I figured it out a long time ago. I'll never marry somebody or have kids with that person unless I live with them for at least a year or a bit or more than that. Because I have to see, you know, who I'm dealing with first, and then I'll get married. I'm not saying you didn't do that, but that's just my opinion on, you know, being with somebody. So if you lived with each other 3 years before and he's getting worse, then that means that he just doesn't give a shit. See? Right. Well, there you go. He was way better before he kids. That's exactly why I said what I said. Because that's what happened with my brother-in-law. Before he had kids, he was really cool. He treated my sister like a queen. They were always happy, they were going out. But once the kid came, he changed big time. And then as those kids got older and older and older, he was like he did less and less and less and less and less. And now those kids' real dad is me. I'm the one that takes care of them. I'm the one who they look up to. I'm the one who they idolize. And they look at him like a regular person. They're only there. He's only their dad by law. That's about it. So if it's more pressure, I would like to ask a lot of men, if you knew that having kids is a burden or what wasn't going to be the right situation for you, then why have them? You see? And then the kids end up suffering, you end up suffering, and that guy's got to pay child support for the rest of his life, pretty much. So then it's a situation where I just don't get it. I don't get how people do that. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. And then you end up making that child suffer, or that child ends up, being, you know, no, I don't get that he wants a divorce. He just wants to move. He doesn't want to live there anymore. He thinks he thinks that if he doesn't live there, he will live a better life. He probably feels trapped there, or he feels like he can't really, be who he really wants to be. I don't think he feels comfortable. That's what I'm getting that he thinks. Well, some people, you know what, Ninja? The thing is, right? He could be in his any person that feels like they're trapped will not do what they really want to do because they know that they're not doing it at the right place or they're not doing it for the right reason. So when they go somewhere else and they feel more comfortable, they do comfortable things. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not defending him in any way. I'm just letting you know how he thinks and what he really wants. So if he feels like he can't do what he wants, even though he does, he wants to be where he wants to be. And until he gets his way, he's not going to change. But I feel that if he does get his way, he'll change. He'll be better for himself and for everyone else. But until that day, he's going to be the same. Well, see, that's the thing. You can't let your in-laws or your parents run your marriage. That's where people go wrong. Well, see, some people don't give a shit about that, Ali. See, that's a man who thinks that, you know what, you're overreacting, or you're not a real woman, or what do you want me to do? Um, they I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm not defending anybody. I'm just telling you how people think. I'm telling you how people are in reality. Like, I've seen all these people go through these things, you know? Right. So now you have to ask yourself, do I really want this person in my life? And then that's up to you. You're absolutely right, Cindy. They don't. You have to make the decision. It's up to you at the end of the day. Because if he can't, yeah, well, that's not the life to live, right? That's not a good life to live. That's a reflection on you. Like I told you, like I said to you the other day, you got to do what's best for you. Exactly. That's up to you. Only you know what you want. Some women love to be treated like that, so maybe you love to be treated like that. Maybe you like that treatment. You got to ask yourself, do you like it? If you say no, then that should tell you something. If you say yes, then obviously you like it and you accept it. Let me tell you something, the biggest challenge in a marriage is getting away from the person that you once loved. That's the biggest challenge. Because if it isn't love and respect and trust, then it isn't nothing. Sometimes it's best for someone to go and then you'll be free. And then that person will see what life is like without you. I see it happen every day, every year, every week. But only you can make that decision. Only you can make that decision. A lot of people grow up with no dad, no mom. Yeah, but he can't take the kids because then he'll get locked up. He can't just take your kids, you know, because technically you have everything in your hands. See, this is the downfall of marriage, and I know that a lot of people will judge me for saying things like this, but marriage is not what everybody thinks it is. It's not for everybody. And that's why being in a law abiding commitment with somebody is the worst thing. And that's why they have marriage. That's why we have marriage, because marriage is like a lot of things, but it's not what people really think it is. Because when the shit hits the fan, what's yours is mine and mine is yours, and that's just bullshit. It shouldn't be that way. You know? And most men get away with making babies and not taking care of them. And that's the way the world is. So if you already knew what you know, there should never be anything more. You should have stopped it a long time ago. See, you're just building your karma. You're building more and more karma for yourself. You know? But I told my sister every year, get rid of this guy. He's a piece of shit. We can live without him. You don't need him. He doesn't take care of the kids now. He doesn't care about the kids. He doesn't care about you. You have fake love. You have a fake marriage. All he's worth is nothing. And she's like, well, I love him and, blah, blah, blah. The kids are too young to go through this bullshit. And I was like, all right, keep putting it off. And then you're going to get worse and worse and worse. And she always tried to fix the marriage. She always tried to change herself for him. And then one day, she woke up, which was last year. She woke up and she says, I'm done. I'm had enough of this verbal abuse, bullshit love. All he does is, use her and treat her like shit and don't care about his kids. He don't pay for fucks. So now that they're separated, they're separated, she's free. Good night, Ninja. Take care. She's free. And then she tells me every day now that she doesn't even feel anything for him anymore. And that she can never take him back after all the dumb shit he's done. And she says that, yes, I was right. I should have left a long time ago, but I always tried to fix things because that's how we were brought up. Yeah, that's how he is. He's never been a violent or physical person. My sister would kick his ass anyway, and plus I would too. And his kids are now big enough to kick his ass. But he's very verbally abusive and he says very stupid things. Like he thinks that he runs our life. Like he thinks that he can say and do whatever he wants and get away with it. But see, now he lost his power because my sister finally said, fuck you, I'm done. And the kids don't even speak to him. And one of the reasons they don't is because they have me. So they don't need him. None of us need him. He's not a person that you need because he only cares about himself. That's it. And that's when you got to leave because people change over time. They're either better or they get extremely worse. And he got worse and worse and worse. And he's so delusional that he doesn't even understand what he really has. But nobody really understands what they have until they lost it. So Ali, in your case, you're going to end up being in the same situation. If you decide to leave him or separate yourself from him, right? He's either going to do one or two things. He's going to break free and say, fuck you, and he's gone. And the other thing he's going to do, or he might say, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to wake the fuck up and be a better person. It is what it is. But you have to make the decision. You have to make the decision to either get rid of them for good or see that won't happen in my world. Fuck that. He won't be around me. I'll beat his ass. See, you should have had a brother like me. See, my sister, she's lucky. She's got me, see. And my brother-in-law don't do nothing. He can't do nothing to me. Hell no. But see, that comes with family, see. He probably was brought up like that. His family probably did the same thing. So you are who you hang around. So if he hung around that type of way, then that's who he's gonna be. That's why my sister blames his family for the way he is. And I tell my sister, you can't, because look at me. I'm not like mom and dad. I'm nowhere near as like them. So that's the thing. I don't really believe in blaming your childhood to a certain extent, yes. But what I would say is everybody can change their ways, but they don't want to change. They feel like nothing's wrong with them. They feel like they can do whatever they want and they're not doing nothing wrong. You're the problem. They blame you because they don't want to blame themselves because they're selfish. Well, the ball's in your court, sweetheart. You got to do what's best for you. The only way you're going to get out of this situation is if you wake up one day and say, okay, today is the day. Well, that's the thing. He's going to always be that way. Because, like I just said, he thinks the problem is not him. He thinks the problem is you. See? And most men are always going to say, she's this, she's that, she's a dumb bitch, she does that, she does this. You know, oh, my wife is an idiot. I try and tell her this, but she don't listen. You know, and it's not all men. Women do it to men, men do it to men. When I get myself into a relationship, I always talk to my woman with respect. But if she starts talking shit to me and blaming me for shit, for her dumb shit, then I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm out. So I never give people a chance to destroy me or like, you know, show me how stupid they are. I'm not going to let it get that far. I'm a different breed. See, I'm too smart for these people. I'm not going to allow you to take me for a ride. I made the mistake and let it happen a couple years ago. But then after that, I was like, oh, no, you won't. It's not happening. And it's not even relationship, it's everybody. Everybody who comes in this room, everybody that comes into my life, it don't happen. You ain't gonna get me. Soon as you rub me the wrong way or you disrespect me, then I'm not talking to you no more. I'm gonna cut you off so I don't have to deal with you no more. Unfortunately, some people don't even understand what they have. You know, if he really looked himself in the mirror, he would say, you know, I have a beautiful wife that wants to progress, wants to be good and wants to be good, wants to do something with herself. I have two beautiful children. I'm living in this place. You know, maybe it's time for me to grow the fuck up. And maybe it's time for me to like, you know, really work hard and really make things happen. But instead, he feels trapped. So I know that it's hard, but you really have to look at it on his end. How would you feel if you're him? You know, living with your in-laws, you know, not really wanting to be there. So you feel discouraged. You don't feel like yourself. You don't feel like, you know, whatever. And I know that maybe before when you were with his parents, it was, see, being with in-laws and parents is a no-no. See, you got to be by yourself in that house. But if you don't feel safe with him and you know you're not going to feel safe with him by yourself and your kids, then that should tell you right there, it don't even make sense trying. So that's what you have to ask yourself. If he can't support you or your kids, then what's the sense of having them? That's exactly what my sister's doing. He don't do nothing for those kids or my sister. He just takes care of himself. Everything is I, me. It's not we, us, family. No way. And the kids are finally seeing it for themselves. But I've been seeing it forever. I've been saying it forever because I know who he is. He's not a good father. He's not a good husband. He's not a good anything. He's a good for nothing piece of shit. That's what he is. And he never wants to change. People will never change unless they really want to. That's why I tell everybody my story every time. 5 years ago, I woke up. I said, I'm not smoking no more weed. I'm not smoking cigarettes. I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm not going out clubbing. I'm gonna put myself in a spiritual state of mind. I want to help people. I want to make sure people don't make the same mistakes I do. I'm going to try and talk sense to everybody. I'm going to give people good advice. I'm going to tell people from my experiences not to do dumb shit. I'm going to read for people. I'm going to bring my gift out there to people to see, and I'm going to live clean for the rest of my life. And I did it. And people were like, nah, you didn't stop smoking weed and cigarettes. You're out of your mind. You know you have a few. I'm like, no, I don't. But see, the problem is people do not want to change because they think that they can't or they won't or they're scared of that change. But you have to change if you want a better life. You can't just live the same way all your life. You have to change with the times and change for yourself. But some people will never learn that in their lifetime. Yeah, you never live to learn with just us and the kids. See, but why is that? Because he doesn't want to work or he doesn't want to like support you guys, right? But I think that's what he wants deep down inside. He wants that, and maybe you want that too. Where if you did do that, maybe it'll be better. But how are you going to get to that stage? You don't really know because he doesn't really want to do that. He doesn't really want to work, right? But I don't know. It depends on you, really. And I'll give you this piece of advice before I go. My sister did it after 20 years of living a fake life. So don't do that for the next 20 years. I don't want to talk to you for the next 20 years and then you say I finally left when I should have left a long time ago. Well, the thing is, once they get into, I know childcare is expensive, yes, but once they get into nursery or nursery school or whatever, yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. If you're living in, okay, so let me just suggest this to you. Everything is expensive. We're living in an expensive world, right? Yes, I understand that. A lot of businesses are suffering. A lot of businesses are not succeeding. It's life. It's the life we're living right now. Right. So my whole thing is this, right? If you were to move out of California and go to Texas or whatever you were saying, I think it was Texas. Isn't Texas cheaper than California? So you personally think that you wouldn't make it in Texas, but better than you would in California. And then there's another thing. You can make it anywhere you want. You can make it anywhere you want. You just have to have the mentality to make it. Well, that's the thing. If you have if you have what you need there, then you're fine. You got to ask yourself, do I need my husband or don't I do I need him or not? If you need him, fine. If you don't need them, then what's the sense? Okay, well there you go. So you feel like you're in the right place right now. You feel like California is the right place for you. You can make it, you know, and everything will be fine. So if you believe that, then that's what you got to do. But he's got to help. He's got to make things happen. If he doesn't make things happen, then what's the sense of having him around? Yeah, she is, Cindy. I posted up her link. Yeah, but see, you're already telling yourself it's a struggle when you shouldn't be telling yourself that. You only struggle because you believe you struggle. And see, that's the whole part of living life. And that's what you got to keep telling yourself. You can't keep telling yourself anywhere I go it's going to be a struggle. It's only a struggle because of what you're who you're dealing with. You got me? Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I'm trying to help. I always try to help everybody's business because I know what it was like when I went on my own. Nobody helped me. Nobody gave a shit about helping me when I went on my own. But on here, it's different. Everybody tells everybody, oh, if you want a reading, go check out Mark. He's the guy, or blah, blah, blah. So people always talk about me on here, which is great. And I'm very thankful for people putting me out there and, suggesting me to their friends and shit like that. That's always happened for me here. But in my life here, nobody does that. They don't give a shit about me. Well, if you tell yourself you're going to make it happen for your kids, then that's motivation. That's great. And you'll get what you want for your kids, trust me. See, now Cindy's giving you another option. See, Cindy's giving you another option to go to sell on whatnot, you know? And see, that's another thing. This is why you're here. You're getting another suggestion from someone who knows things. So that's why I've given you suggestions. Now you're getting the suggestion from Cindy. These are all signs for you to do these things. But if you don't do them, it's not going to work. And that's perfectly fine. But try not to think that it's always going to be a struggle. Yeah, and that's the best way to do it. I was the same way. You know what my business card said? It said Mark's Maintenance, willing to do whatever. That was my business card. That's what my business card says. Well, it doesn't say that anymore, but that when I started 16 years ago, my business card said Mark's Maintenance, willing to do whatever. Meaning I would do painting, maintenance, I will clean, I will do whatever it takes to make money. That's why I made it. Because I was willing to do the bullshit jobs that nobody else wanted to do. Even electrical jobs, going up in ceilings and doing bullshit rewiring, channeling and jackhammering and skill saw, getting dirty. I did all the bullshit work. That's why I survived. Because of my business card pretty much what was telling me, I have to do whatever it takes. I was willing to do whatever. And people laughed at that saying on my business card, but it was true. I did whatever I had to do. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I started my business during uh, uh, recession in 2007. September of 2007 is when I started my business. I became official. And at the time, I couldn't get I could not get a vehicle because I was a liability. I had help. I got a vehicle, um, and then I paid it off. And then after that, I couldn't have my name on it because they weren't giving out business permits because they were scared because of the recession. So I had a private car, and I still have my private car, where I could have got like a light van, it's called, and have my name and my business on it. But my reputation is what got me where I am today. People would say, "Hey, Mark, he's got a business. He works for me. He's done a great job. He'll do the same for you." So word of mouth is where I didn't even need my business card. I don't even have business cards anymore because it's all word of mouth now. Same thing with here. I don't go online and say free tarot readings, blah blah blah, and I don't put like thumbnails up with everything I do and try and make it all flashy so you come in here. I really don't give a shit. Whoever's gonna find me is meant to find me. I'm not gonna try and pull you or draw you towards me, because that's when you draw the wrong people and wrong energy. That God deal with everything that you're dealing with, and you'll see. That's how it works. But it's good to know people who know things so you can get yourself prepared. Yeah, Cindy, I suggested that to her as well. I even suggested her to sell some of her items at gas stations and things like that. And the more ideas she gets, the better. But she has to make it happen. Ali has to make it happen. That's the only way Ali is going to succeed, is if Ali makes it happen. She has to get off her butt and make it happen. Once she does that, she'll be successful. That's what I did. I got off my ass and I made it happen. I worked hard and bang. And now I don't have to work hard anymore. And it's a blessing. I just live day by day, work when I have to, and do whatever I have to do. But I work very hard to get where I am. I'm just reading all the stuff you guys have posted. Well, Cindy, I suggested her to sell some of her stuff on Amazon because everybody shops on Amazon, right? Everybody shops on eBay, Amazon. Those two are the main places that people order things from. And she already offers free delivery to some places, so in the States. So Amazon is perfect. Yep. You can't let those bad reviews get to you. People did the same thing to me. People did the same shit to me. Oh, Mark's a fraud. Mark's this, Mark's that. For every person that says that, 10 more people will like you. People find out on their own. Bad reviews are bad reviews, bad things, harassment. I've been harassed on here as well, and I'm still here, and people just left me alone now. They just say, "Yeah, we can't get them." You have to show when you get harassed and you get disrespected. You have to prove that what you're doing is right. You know. Eventually, they'll leave you alone, just like me. Eventually, they left me alone. I don't get hassled anymore. But you can come on YouTube, right? Ali, this is a not. Before I go, I really gotta go because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here. So before I go, I want to suggest something. Create a YouTube channel with your business name, right? And before you go live, right? Make yourself all nice and pretty, right? You get all your products that you have currently. You put them all on a table like this. You put them on a table over here. You go live and you say, "Hey, my name is Ali. I have this business. It's called this. If you need things done, this is what I do. Blah, 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 blah. These are some of my products. Look, see, I got a pair of shades here. I made these. I got this mouse. I got that. I got this. I can make this. I can do that." You got to show people what you're about to, what you're about. Like how I do here. I shuffle cards, I do mediumship, I prove to people what I'm about. So once they see what you're about and actually see what you're selling is real and what you're doing is real, and then it starts to move forward. But you have to make it happen. Coming on here and Instagram, you can go Instagram live, your followers will see you. Your subscribers will see you, and then they'll just be like, "Hey, you know what? I saw this girl. She was engraving this, or she had that, or she did this, and blah blah blah." You know, that's how you get known. But that's up to you. That's another suggestion that I suggest for you is to do that. Main thing is don't give up. Don't give up. Don't let people get to you. Don't give up. Well, you don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face. Just face the camera down and say, "This is my products. This is my company. My link is in the bio. Blah blah blah. Things like that. Like you don't have to show your face. You can just face the camera down on a table and you show your products, and all they'll see is your hands. I understand not showing your face. A lot of people don't show their face, and they still make money and they still do what they have to do. But me, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna show you my face, and I ain't got nothing to hide. You know. And at the end of the day, I've been harassed on here many a times. I've been trolled. I've been called names. It don't phase me. But see, if you get phased, you have to unphase that part. Who fucking cares? Delete the people in the chat, or just leave the chat, on slow mode so that people can't bombard you. There's always a way around stupidity. You just have to beat stupidity with smartness. Yeah, but that's okay. Don't worry about those little minimum people. See, you're worried about them. You're worrying about the minority. You gotta feed your energy to the majority, not the minority. The minority can't kill you, can't get rid of you. You see what I'm saying? You can't think like that. See, you're thinking too negative that you're gonna get harassed. Don't think that way. If people who know me know I got harassed on here plenty of times because of what I said and what I would do, what I would say to people. And I don't give a fuck. They don't come in here no more because they gave up because they knew they couldn't get me. And I don't care. People still try and talk shit. I don't give a fuck. It don't make no difference to me. I know I'm true and genuine and authentic, so why am I going to worry about the people who try and make me not look like that? And you're never going to please everyone. No one is going to be completely pleased with you. You're not on this earth to please every single customer you have. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You're there to please the people who want to be pleased by you and want to be dealing with you. Everybody else is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? All you need is a few people, and that's it. You see me? I don't have too many people on here, and it's a blessing. I still make it. I still have fun. I still have wonderful people in here. I don't want a lot of people around me because that's when everything goes wrong. That's when jealousy, envy, bullshit, fights, discrepancies, people go at it. The energy's bad. You know, you're always worrying about somebody. The less people, the better. All you need is a few people to build your kingdom. That's it. You don't need a whole shitload of people. Trust me. Take the advice. Take Cindy's advice. Take my advice. Do everything you have to do to succeed. Don't let nothing hold you back. And you're young, see. You got to do it now. I wish I would have done a lot of things younger, but unfortunately I didn't. But I always tell young people like yourself, go for it now. Now is the time. Because when you get older, you get like fuck this, I ain't really want to do this shit no more. All right. Good talking to you, Ali, Ninja, Cindy. Love you guys. Be safe. Have a good week this week. Take care of yourselves. I'm gonna go get some rest. I'll be back on tomorrow at some point in time. Alrighty, good seeing you. And Cindy, hope you heal and get better. Wishing you good luck with your back and stuff. And Ali, stick to it. You'll be fine. If I can do it, you can do it.